Well, hello, everybody. So good to see you all and be here live with you. And we're going to get right down to business. So, one of the things that obviously, if you're anything like me, it's really hard to stay on top of changes these days. Now, because of my business and how I really focus on Kajabi, I am actively looking for communication and updates, but I realize so many of you, obviously, that is not your main business. You've got busy home lives, lives outside of your business, as well as business, and it's really kind of hard to stay on top of things. Today, what I'm going to do is take you through some of the most recent updates, the ones that I really feel are the most significant. And when I say significant, some of these are things that I think he'll probably be a little surprised that maybe they didn't exist already. But they're very important, and you can have a lot of opportunities to put these into play in your business. Along with that, I'm also going to tell you how do you stay on top of these changes and kind of stay in the lines of communication so that you can understand when some of these changes take place. So getting right into it, the first one that I want to do actually quickly, in case this is your first time watching one of my videos, I'm Deanna Fenton. I don't even have my name showing right now. And I help online course creators, membership. Ooh, that was a little, my screen just flickered. I help online course creators, membership site owners, and coaches create a profitable business using Kajabi. So that is why it's important for me to help you understand the new changes and how you can use them in your business. So, first one, this is really going to be one that I bet you're either going to say, wow, I didn't even know that I couldn't do that, or you're going to say, thank God it's about damn time. All right. Scheduling email sequences. Now, I understand that that may not be, kind of like, yeah, I can schedule email sequences. What I mean is you can schedule more than one email to go out on a given day. And I know many of you are going to say, I because I am periodically getting the spinning wheel of death. Yikes. So I'm going to keep going. Uh, I see I'm freezing because I can see myself on my iPad here to my left. Okay. Not sure what's going on, but I'm going to keep going. Now you can also select the time. The way email sequences used to work is you have a default time in your time zone where automations and email automations would go out. Now you can specify the time. Now, where is this important? This is important on cart close day, folks. That's the main thing that I would use this for. It's cart close day. You want to send out an email that morning, and you want to send an email out 30 minutes, an hour before the deadline. Used to be what you had to do was end up using an email broadcast in addition to the sequence to get that email out, the second email out. You can now do it in Kajabi. So hang on, let me share my screen, and I am going to get you, hopefully, right to where I want to show you. I'm going to go ahead and put myself in here just to make sure that we don't lose audio, because sometimes if I share a tab only, I lose audio. So here is where we're going to get to. So When you have an email sequence, here we go. Oh, gotta excuse me. I'm all a mess. All right. So let's say, for example, you are creating an email sequence. You've got that launch going on. Just a quick refresher. New email campaign, new email sequence. You title it and choose your choice of template. I am a classic editor girl. That's where I always end up. And you will end up, here's one I quickly put together, in, it's always going to take us back here. You're going to end up in the new email sequence, email creation. This is what is new. So let's say, for example, you did a 5-day challenge. Your challenge ends and you want to start a sales sequence for everybody on that launch list. And you want it to start. So you can choose the date. We're just going to say you want it to go out. I'm going to say if it's a 5-day challenge, I'm going to say it's going to go out on the 5th day. So the last day, you're probably opening up your cart. And you're going to choose the time. So if I know that I am going to do my official cart open, maybe that first email is going to go out at 12 noon on that day 5. So day 5 is the last day of your challenge. Okay. So you're going to do your subject line, you're going to do your email, and you're going to say, woohoo, cart is open. Okay, now you have to have the subscribe trigger. So in this scenario, we're assuming that you had an event for your 5-day challenge. So I am going to say when the event is registered. So here's my April 5-day challenge. I'm going to say, so now that I've selected that day 5 open cart email, we're gonna start sending out those emails. Now, here is my example. This is my first cart close email. I kind of screwed up these days, by the way. This technically would be day 8, the 3rd day after you open the cart. And this would be my first cart close email. So this is the one that I would say, this email is going out at 7 a.m. Pacific time, because you can choose the time. This is going out saying, hey, the deadline's 5 p.m. tonight. Don't miss this, blah, blah, blah. And so I'm going to save that. What used to happen is I could not schedule another email for this day. I know you're surprised, but couldn't do it. Now I can. So if I go back, I'm going to add another email using the good old classic editor. This is still going to be day 8. And I am going to send this out at 4 p.m. 1 hour left. And you have just 1 hour left. And then you're going to tell them this is your last chance. So once again, quick summary, we now can send and schedule and send 2 emails in a single day in a sequence. So that one was a pretty darn big deal, let me tell you. All right, next, truthfully, not such a big deal for me, but I understand a lot of people, well, let me just put it this way. I kind of feel neutral about it. A lot of people are really focused on making sure everything is branded. Now, a system email are those automated transactional emails that go out when somebody purchases a product, somebody opts in for a form, I mean, there's quite a few different scenarios on transactional system emails. And those are the ones that just come out plain text. They use the Kajabi blue call to action buttons. And also, these are the ones that you don't want to mess with too much. The reason why is because very often they have what the code in them that ensures that that person gets the right link for whatever the purpose is of that email. So a lot of times people try to mess around with it and they accidentally delete or modify some code, and then it's just a mess. So we don't want to do that. We want to make sure that we can customize some of the simple text, but now you can also add your branding. So let me get over and find the right spot for that. Okay, so I'm kind of used to sharing my entire screen, so I'm going to go back to that. There we go. So here we are. I'm back on my Kajabi site. Where you're going to find this is down under your settings. And you are going to look for email templates, and it's over here on the right. This says control the content of the auto-generated system emails. So if you click on that, here are all the emails. So just so you can understand what these emails are, your member welcome emails, user resume subscription, user pause subscription, canceled, offer purchase confirmations, offer grant confirmations, all of these. Some of these are emails that go direct to you. Some of them, most of them, go to your student or member. Here is what's new, branding. Very simple. You can upload your logo. You can change the button color. Remember I mentioned to you that it was sort of the standard Kajabi blue. I could change that to a color that's my branding color. I can change my font color, and I just save that. So templates, for example, one of the most common is, let's talk about double opt-in. So if I open up this double opt-in one, I could see right here where the branding is going to be very, very important, because this double opt-in email is going to be one of those that could be very nondescript, right? It does say, please confirm your subscription to, and it's going to pull in automatically the title of your site. Now, for example, mine says Deanna Fenton Programs. You know, it depends on if somebody is aware that they actually just opted in to a Deanna Fenton Programs page on a Deanna Fenton page. So at least by having the logo there, that's going to make a difference. Now, I'm going to go back here. Truth is, I'm not sure if I can find my logo super quickly. I think I might. I try very hard to have all my branding located, logo files. That is white. Let's try that. Yeah, there we go. Click save. Ew, okay, I hope that is just a preview. Yeah, there we go. So there is my logo, and I'm going to click save. And if I go back to my templates, and let's try that double opt-in again, and I preview in the browser, well, I don't know how much we can modify that. The logo is there, but it sure as hell is awfully tiny. But you can see I'm able to change the color, and obviously I would change the color back to my darker blue. And that way, at least there is some branding identity for all of these email, transactional email templates. All right. Let me just gonna pop over and make a executive decision, and I reordered the order I'm going in. Google Analytics tracking code. If you've watched my live videos, whether on Facebook or also on YouTube, I did a video recently within the last month because at that time, Kajabi had not made allowances for the new Google Analytics tracking code. Quick explanation. If you want to use Google Analytics to track your website analytics and all your landing pages, all your site transactions and activity, I highly recommend you use Google Analytics, totally free if you're not familiar with it. But Google Analytics is making a very substantial change to how it presents your data and creates reports and allow us for tracking. Because of that, they've been doing a big push for almost a year to get us to migrate our accounts from the traditional way it tracked, which was called a UA code, to something new, which is called a GA4 code. Kajabi had the opportunity or had the ability for us to enter in the UA codes, and it tracked everything beautifully and connected to Google Analytics. I could look up all my analytics through that. But they hadn't set it up for the new GA4. And GA4 is going to be the standard, and the old analytics product is going away as of July of this year. So just a few months. So Kajabi, unfortunately, had not set it up to do it. So I did the video. You could go back and look for that video where I showed you how to add it into your header scripts. You'd have to manually get the code, paste it into your header scripts. Now, kind of sneaky, they released it and didn't tell anybody initially. But you now have the option to be able just to add the code. So let me show you. Mine's already done because I already put mine in the header scripts. But if you go down to your settings, most code, the prompt says you can enter the code, which is the new GA4, starts with a G, and then it has that long number after it. You can paste that in there, and you no longer have to do the page header tracking scripts. So that one was a pretty big overdue update. All right. Next, I am going to go to Kajabi's AI tool. Now, I don't know about you. I'm beginning to really, really like AI because I've always said that I am a much better editor than I am a creator, meaning creating content. So if I can have ChatGPT or any other of these wonderful AI tools give me a starting place, a starting point, it really, really helps me because then I generate it in my tone of voice. I can think of, okay, that's great, but it's missing this. And it gives me a jump start to create content. Kajabi has done two things, and they will benefit all of us as Kajabi site owners in the future. But for right now, the main one that Kajabi is pushing is really to get new Kajabi customers. So let me show you that one. And that one is what they are calling their AI Creator Hub. So this is on the Kajabi site, kajabi.com/AI Creator Hub. And you look at that and you can see what they're doing is, first of all, it's a lead capture, right? This is their lead magnet. We all need one. And what they did is they built AI that will generate a course outline, landing page copy, sales email copy, lesson content, social media content, and a sales video script. So you can go in here and pop in the topic that you want, and it will generate a sales video script for you. Now, the trick is they want you to start a free trial to get the content. And as a Kajabi customer, we're like, wait, you already own it. Why would I do that? I looked, but I was not able to find out if we have access to all of these. Initially I thought we had access to all of these, and then when I went looking, I could not find it. However, I do want to point out we do have AI enabled in our products. So, for example, what I did is I created a course and I called it Easy Yoga for Mommies to Be. Just made up something. And it generated the typical just placeholder content, right, that it always does. But now I've got this wonderful little blue circle with the little stars on it. And it says, what is your course topic? So I am just going to say Easy Yoga for Mommies to Be and click Generate. Now, I am not going to promise that this is going to be perfect, but it really is a great way to get a head start because it may generate this in a sequence that you hadn't thought about, right? Or it may bring up suggested lessons that you hadn't thought about. Right here, now you could see module, Introduction to Easy Yoga for Mommies to Be. What is easy yoga? Blah, 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 blah. And it gives you the description for that lesson. Then you've got a lesson, Benefits of Easy Yoga, Getting Started. Then another module, Yoga Poses, Mountain Pose, Cat-Cow, Child's Pose, Breathing Techniques for Mommies to Be. Goes into all of this detail. And, honestly, a lot of it is generic, but it gives us a head start. Now, let's just pretend I like it, or I've gone in here and made some tweaks to what's there. If I click Apply, it just imported all of those modules and all of those lessons. Now, how easy is that? Not going to swear to you that it's going to be 100% perfect, but if you are just trying to get something up and you're trying to get something started, you can't beat that. That is pretty darn easy. Now, as soon as I find out if we can get access to this Creator Hub without having to start another free trial, I will most definitely let you know. I mean, I feel like I had access to this. I just cannot find a link that does not have this basic opt-in. Okay. So that was AI. I keep leaving this one to almost to last, not quite last, but communities. If you've watched any of my videos, you know how ambivalent, I guess I would say, I am about communities. I was in the beta, I tried it. Quite honestly, my people just didn't kind of gravitate with it. It was too much of a hurdle for me to get engagement and get things going. I still believe in the concept. I think Kajabi did the right thing in creating this product. More and more people are finding that with the updates that they have been making, it's been working better for them. And I can't share with you any huge updates. I mean, nothing that was, for example, the big things that were challenges for me. Uh, some of the biggest challenges I hear are people want to upload videos in posts, and there is 100 megabyte limit on uploaded video content. That's a big deal breaker for a lot of people. Creating private meetups and live rooms are still a challenge because you cannot record them. I will give you a tip. If you have a screen capture tool like Snagit, which is the tool I use for a lot of image or video captures, you could always record it that way. But unfortunately, most people are fine. I froze again. I could tell. That meetups were being shared and were being available to all I am so sorry. I was distracted because I could see I was frozen. Anyway, the meetups were available to all circles, and it was difficult because you might have meetups and live rooms that were only for a specific circle, all of that kind of thing. So it's still not there for me. However, they have been making significant, small, incremental improvements. Things about removing members, deleting posts, a lot of little, real specific things that people were not happy about, that were not really working. They have continued to do that. They will continue to work on it, I'm sure. And I think there are a lot of things that they are doing for community that will carry over into our Kajabi accounts. For example, we're going to be able to go live inside our products. Actually, I believe we can right now. Let me jump into that and double check. Because yes, we can do and enable live video inside of this course. So you could do a weekly Q&A right inside of your product. And I think that would be really, really great. And that would kind of solve the problem about making it locked down to a specific group, right? Because the only people, I'm just going to fill this out real quickly so we can look at it. This would only be accessible by people who are actually in your product. You know, they own the product. So that would be an opportunity. Now, that's kind of interesting. I'm interested to see how we can set that up. There we go, live details. So I could just click go live. Now, obviously I'm live right now with StreamYard, so this isn't going to work. But if you were going to send, look, it will send an email with a link to join the live session. It will send the notification to all your members. And then once you're done, that recording is going to stay here inside your product. So I think that one has tremendous potential. And all of that came from Kajabi's acquisition of Vibely and creating the community. But that's a perfect way to manage it, to go live within your product. The only people that have access are the people that own the product. Okay. So I will keep you up to date on communities. Again, I haven't seen anything that is that earth-shaking to me. So I guess a lot of it remains to be seen. Payments and checkouts. Now, I cannot share anything specific with you on this topic, but what I will do is strongly encourage you to sign up for the beta for payments and checkouts. They are currently actively working on a lot of details in payments and checkouts, including other options for other payment options, other ways the checkout will work, a lot of really, really great things. The payments and checkouts team, people that I happen to be working with, recently put out this link. So I'm going to put this in the comments. If this is something you are interested in, let's see. There we go. Good. It went out to Facebook and it went out to YouTube. You can apply to be a beta tester. Now, being a beta tester comes with responsibilities, to test these things, to be willing to try them out, to be willing to have them not work, because they don't work now, then they can fix it, right? We all don't want to get the product. Nobody tested it and it fails, right? That would just be a disaster. So you have to be willing to live with the fact that sometimes these things aren't going to work. Or you can actively test it as a user on your own. So that requires time, right? It requires some commitment on your part to do it. But if you are interested and you want to get a lot of information and you want to be first on the block with some of these great updates that are coming, I would really suggest you go ahead and sign up for that particular beta program. All right, so the final thing I want to suggest to you is how to stay in touch and stay on top of these things, and also learn more about them and actually put them into play in your own account. And what I would suggest is you really check your email. For example, this week, Kajabi created, and they've been doing this pretty much once a month, usually around mid-month, and they give you a week, 10 days or so to do the scavenger hunt. You'll get an email, and so this was today's. It says it's the final day to complete the scavenger hunt. And here's what they asked us to do. Brand your system emails. I just went over this. So you could go in and add your logo and brand color. Gives you a link to go ahead and go straight to your account and do that. Check out the new course product themes. I didn't cover that. Actually, we should go back and we'll talk about that. There's some new course product themes that were created by developers like Penny in Your Pocket and the gentleman from Jiffy Themes. And they are light versions of some of the templates, product templates that they sell, that have some really great features of them, like gamification in particular. So here was a link to go and check out those new product themes. Check out the all new Creator app. Creator app is something new where you're able to download on your phone a Creator app that allows you to manage your site from anywhere on a mobile device. Also really great because you can review your transactions, you can manage contacts, and and you can actually use it to create video to add to a lesson. Is going to be at the end of May, beginning of June. I'm going to be there. I hope that many of you are going to be there and we can get together and say hi. But keep looking for these emails. And the other one and the other way to stay in the know is to belong and join and occasionally check in on the Kajabi Hero page on Facebook. I know many of you are not on Facebook, don't want to be on Facebook. Kind of worth it, maybe even just once a month, and you can skip all the blather in the posts and the comments and go straight to featured and scroll down in the featured section of the page, because many of these announcements on these different updates that I just discussed are announced by the different product teams. There is every Friday, they call it Mission Control. There is a email sent or a post done every Friday by the product management team of Kajabi about the things that were released that prior week. That's a great place just to go in there and just skim it and see if there's something that pops out at you that, oh my gosh, that's something that I've been waiting for, or that sounds like something I can use. The other is email. If you're checking your email, maybe tag any emails from Kajabi to go into a particular folder and review them once in a while. That's where a lot of these announcements get spread. They get shared. Okay, I do apologize. I believe this is probably my network that is causing this freezing, and I really do apologize. I just wanted to pop over here, check out the comments. And Kay, hi Kay, I'm glad to see you. Kay is one of my members of the Kajabi Flight Crew Club. Sorry, I don't know who you are, but hi. Because if you don't give StreamYard permission to show your name, then it doesn't share your name with me. But it was really great seeing you all. So that was just my rapid fire quick recap of all of the changes and the updates. Most exciting and important was scheduling email sequences, being able to brand system, quote, transactional emails by going in there and adding your logo, being able to update your Google Analytics tracking code to the new version, the Kajabi AI tool and how you can use that within a course creation inside of your Kajabi account, the numerous tweaks and updates in communities. I wish I could give you more specifics that were super exciting, but they're working on it. They're actively working on it. And then the opportunity to be a beta tester in payments and checkouts, which I know that they've got some really, really exciting things coming up. If you want to be on the forefront of being able to offer that, be able to maximize, I'm trying to say things without saying too much, taking advantage of updates to the checkout process for your customers, you might want to sign up for the beta. And then, of course, staying in touch and understanding and using some of these new things that are rolled out by participating in the scavenger hunt. I forgot to mention that there are that has completed the scavenger hunt, and one of my members, Janelle, won a great podcasting kit, including microphone and the whole nine. It was an absolutely great prize that she was really thrilled to to win by participating in the scavenger hunt. So anyway, Deanna Fenton here. I want to thank you all. And if you watched on the replay, just give me a hashtag replay so I know. If you have any questions about any of these things I discussed, go ahead and put them in the comments and I'll answer you back. And if you have ideas for other videos that you'd like to see, if you'd like me to see me go over one of these things in greater detail, or anything else that maybe you're interested in, go ahead and put that in the comments because I would greatly, greatly appreciate feedback. I hope you all have a fabulous day and a great weekend. We're almost there. And I will see you all soon. Take care.